Welcome to the 2016 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. I'm Pirates President Frank Coonley. Baseball teaches our youth about teamwork, sportsmanship, determination, hard work, perseverance, and so much more. These are values that will serve these young players well in their lives off the baseball field. The Pirates and all of Major League Baseball are encouraging young people to play baseball and softball and to pass on their love for the game and its values to their own children. We're excited to help the Pony League showcase the pure joy and beauty of this great game of baseball here in Western Pennsylvania. All of us in the Pirates organization hope that you enjoy the action of the 65th Pony League World Series. Now, let's play ball.
From Lou Hayes Pony League Field in Washington, Pennsylvania, we welcome you in to Day 2 of the 2016 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series Championship. I'm Travis Jones, and we are set to go already. An exciting day of baseball here in Washington, Pennsylvania. A little overnight rain last night delayed the start of our games today, pushed the start time for what would have been a 5:30 start time for this contest between Chinese Taipei and Las Mochis, Mexico. We're ready to start here. You can see in the top half of the bracket, game number 5 is our matchup here tonight. The winner of this game will get a day off tomorrow and advance Monday to take on Chesterfield, Virginia at 5:30. In the bottom half of the bracket is a loser's bracket game. Game 5 of the loser tomorrow at 10 a.m. Loser of this game will take on the winner of Game 7. It's time now for the game introductions. Let's head upstairs to the PA voice, Randy Cosgrove.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lou Hayes Field in the 2016 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. This evening's game will feature Las Mochis, Mexico, and the defending champions, Chinese Taipei. Now let's meet tonight's lineups. First of all, for the visitors, Las Mochis, Mexico. The shortstop, number 31, Jose Roman. The second baseman, number 22, Jair Felix. The first baseman, number 10, Rigoberto Borbolla. The catcher, number 17, Brian Guerrero. Center fielder, number 42, Alejandro Cervantes. Third base, number 2, Daniel Zarate. Number 8, Maximilian Campos, the pitcher. Left fielder, number 28, Emmanuel Vega. The right fielder, number 32, David Espinoza. Also, number 4, Vicente Valenzuela. Number 5, Diego Miranda. Number 9, Jaime Zamora. 27, Enrique Gastelum. The business manager, Jorge Rivera. Coach, Alejandro Roman. Coach, Jaime Zamora. And the manager, Eduardo Felix. Ladies and gentlemen, Las Mochis, Mexico. Now let's meet the home team, Chinese Taipei. The pitcher, number 1, Len Zhuwei. The shortstop, number 10, Ho Hen Yo. The third baseman, number 5, Kwong Kai. The catcher, number 2, Li Zhongheng. Second baseman, number 4, Li Han-shen. Right fielder, number 9, Wong Hao-jie. The left fielder, number 8, Lin Quan-ting. First baseman, number 6, Tai Yo-yu. The center fielder, number 15, Shang Ong-chan. Number 3, Chen Yen-kai. Number 7, Shen Po-yu. Number 11, Tai Yu-zhen. Number 12, Li Yi-wei. Number 13, Yang Li-wei. Number 14, Wei Yu-bo. Coach, Yang Tang-zhang. Coach, Su Wei-zhe. And the manager, Chu Su-zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, Chinese Taipei. The umpires for this evening, the home plate umpire, Jeff Rabel Sr. At first base, Dave Smolko. Second base, Ray Parker. And at third base, Miles Dodson. And your decision committee, Tom O'Connor, Dick Witt, and Terry Faust.
At this time, we ask that you all rise for the Pony Prayer and our national anthems. Gentlemen and boys, please remove your hats. Thank you to all veterans and active duty members of the United States Armed Forces for your service. We invite you to render a hand salute during the Star-Spangled Banner. Almighty God, help us to realize that we are gathered here to watch young people play baseball, not to second-guess strategy, dispute decisions, or questionability. That we are here to cheer, to encourage, and to join in the fun that is baseball, not to jeer, discourage, or otherwise degrade the game. That while officials and players are expected to perform within the bounds of certain standards, we also, as spectators, are expected to conduct ourselves within the bounds of good sportsmanship. May this contest end without injury, without feelings of ill will, without disgrace, but as an activity worthy of thy blessing. Amen.
The national anthem from both the participating teams and, of course, our national anthem. The lights are on. The sun is setting in western Pennsylvania. It is time for Game 5 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series from Washington, PA. We've already had some fireworks today with a no-hitter from Germany. We'll see what the nighttime brings. Now time for the call of the game. Let's head upstairs to Ernie Galuski and Tony Caridi.
Thank you so much, Travis, and it has turned out to be just an absolutely delightful day here in Washington, Pennsylvania. That could not be said, unfortunately, this morning. We had overnight rain. That caused literally some pooling of water around various parts of the field, and as a result of that, we got into a delay, which really cost everybody 2 hours, and unfortunately, it also cost us this very special event where special needs folks come out every year. That was scheduled for 10 o'clock, the Champions League game where all of the participating teams go out there and they assist. That got washed away, and so by the time the field was finally brought into playing shape, it was 2 o'clock. So a couple hours delayed, but the day has been beautiful here. And Ernie, we've seen 2 games already here today. Excellent displays. Number 1, Laredo, Texas was victorious. We'll get into that in a little bit. And then just moments ago, Paderborn, Germany rolled on with the Mercy Rule victory. Here's our starting lineups now. Shortstop and leading things off for Las Mochis, Mexico is Jose Roman. Yair Felix will bat second and play second base. Rigoberto Borbolla will play first base and bat third. Their catcher, Brian Guerrero, very strong bat, will bat in the cleanup spot. Center fielder, great speed, great arm, Alejandro Cervantes. Batting sixth and playing third base is Daniel Berzella. Maximiliano Campos is the pitcher. Jesus Vega will play left field and bat eighth, and David Espinoza will bat ninth and play right field. So Las Mochis, Mexico, victorious in their opening game yesterday. They knocked off Peters Township. It was a 4-1 final score. So think about this, Ernie. They get to play their second game here tonight. The West Zone champion from Hawaii still hasn't even played. They don't play until tomorrow.
You know, if you get that bye, it's actually an advantage because you're playing a team that has already thrown their number 1. But now you get to throw your number 1 in game 2. So it should be a big advantage tonight for Chinese Taipei.
And defensively, Chinese Taipei, they come into this event and as you might expect, and we'll talk about it in detail, so well schooled in the game. Their starting pitcher this evening is going to be Zhu Wei Lin. And you see around that infield, Yu, Shang, Hao, and Wang will make up the infield. Now in the outfield, out in left field, Quanting Lin. Center fielder is Hungji Zhang, and Hao Wang will be the right fielder. So on a beautiful night here in Washington, Pennsylvania, we're ready to close the day off. Our third and final game. Our home plate umpire is Jeff Vrabel as Jose Roman, the shortstop, steps in to lead things off here in a truly international battle here as Chinese Taipei and Las Mochis, Mexico get underway, and the opening pitch is down inside for Roman.
You can tell right away that Zhu Wei Lin is a left-hander that wants to throw inside to these right-handed Mexico hitters.
Second pitch again, down low. The count goes to 2-0. Playing in a World Series is certainly a highlight for so many of these young kids. For Jose Roman, this is his second Pony League World Series. He played in one 2 years ago in Los Alamos, California. And the 2-0 pitch called strike, and it is 2-1. And the 2-1 from Lin. Once again down inside, and it goes to 3-1.
And all 3 balls from the left-hander have been down and in to this right-handed hitting Jose Roman. The 1 strike was out on the outer part of the plate.
3-1, and Roman should get something good to hit, and he fouls that one off. In talking with the coaching staff from Chinese Taipei and their manager, Shi-Teng Chiao, yesterday, he said there are 4 players on my team that I would love to see come to the United States and play their high school baseball and then have a chance to play professionally. And the pitcher for this team, we're watching here right now, Zhu Wei Lin, is one of those 4 players he thinks has star potential. Full count pitch, called strike 3.
Just a great pitch there by Lin. Another fastball, 6 in a row. 6 straight fastballs, the 3-2 fastball right over the middle of the plate to get the first out here in the top of the first.
And we'll get our first look at Yair Felix, second baseman. Once again, this is a Las Mochis team that had the opportunity to open up this tournament last night with a 4-1 victory over Peters Township. So they've got the jitterbugs out of them so far. We'll see how long it takes Chinese Taipei to settle in as Lin throws a first pitch strike.
Another fastball, 7 in a row, but he's ahead in the count 0-1 here. We'll see if we see that big 12-6 breaking ball we saw while he was warming up.
And that time just missing outside. Las Mochis, Mexico, located in the western portion of the country, and it is a long, long trip. There's that breaking ball that stays high. It's 2-1. It's even longer when you don't fly. They drove on a bus and literally took 60 hours to get here. They started on Tuesday. They got here late Thursday night. And that one's fouled off. The count goes even, 2-2.
I think it's fair to say that these young men love baseball. 60 hours on a bus is a very long time.
So for those kids out there that are watching and listening, the next time you say, Mom or Dad, are we there yet? Just think of these poor kids.
Well, if your dream is to play professional baseball, you better get used to riding on a bus, because that's what the minor leagues is all about.
Absolutely. One away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's swung on and hit well into the gap in right center field, and that will bounce to the track. And Yair Felix is in with the double. So a good start for this Las Mochis team as Felix, a well-hit ball into the deep gap there in right center field. Gave it a ride.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Felix. Zhu Wei Lin has struggled to throw the ball over the plate in the inner half. He's went away. Felix made the adjustment, was looking away, got a fastball up, and drove it the opposite way into that right center field gap.
So a runner into scoring position here with just one away in the top half of the first inning. And Rigoberto Borbolla. Mentioned earlier on that Roman had played previous in a World Series when he was 2 years younger, a Pony League World Series. The same holds true here for Borbolla. Lefty against a lefty. And Lin gets ahead in the count.
Very good breaking ball right there. Saw him throw it very well in his warm-up pitches. Left one up earlier in the at-bat to Felix, but that one right there, Tony, that'll be tough on left-handers all night long.
If you're not totally familiar with Pony League baseball, the pitching mound to home plate is 6 feet shorter than a regulation major league field. So we're talking about 54 feet. Actually, it's 6 feet 6 inches shorter. Take a look there. 80 feet along the base paths, and the deepest point of this field here at Lou Hayes Pony Field is 305 to deep center field. Down the lines we go 250. On the ground, going to be a tough play, and unable to handle it there is the first baseman, Yao Yu Tsai. And that will advance Felix over to third base.
Be interesting to see how they score that one. I think Borbolla beats that out even if Tsai makes the play cleanly.
You're absolutely right. They will score it as a base hit. And very early on with one away here in the top half of the first, we're going to get a conversation on the pitching mound.
If you're Mexico right now, Tony, you're thinking we have to strike early in this game. With the reputation of Zhu Wei Lin, a very good left-hander with a live fastball and a good breaking ball. If you can get to him here in the first inning before he really settles in, it would be very good if you're Mexico.
In talking with the Chinese staff yesterday, I said, what are the biggest strengths of this team? And he said, it's our ability to hit the ball. He said we were average in pitching, average in the field. I was talking earlier about the distance traveled by this Mexican team, and they bust that. So take a look from the west coast of Mexico all the way here to Washington, PA.
I wonder if they'll have more memories from playing or more memories from the bus ride.
They're located, Las Mochis is located about 15 miles from the coast. There's a well-hit ball, and coming on the charge is the left fielder, Lynn, and he'll record the second out. Got under that one just a bit. He made good contact, but that ball sailed high. There is 2 away as Alejandro Cervantes will step up.
I think Lynn took a little bit something off that pitch, got Guerrero out in front. But very surprised that Felix didn't try to tag and score from third base there, with the catch being the second out of the inning. Why not take a chance and try to score a run?
Alejandro Cervantes. 4 years ago, he played in a World Series, a Pony World Series, as a 10-year-old in Texas. And the coaching staff, talking with those folks yesterday, said Cervantes is a guy that we depend on when he goes to the plate.
He's right in the middle of this order in the 5-hole, an RBI guy, and he has that opportunity right now.
So 2 away and runners on the corners. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Really good pitch there. Fastball down and away at the knees.
This is a Chinese Taipei team that literally has lived together since winning their zone championship. They went back home, won it in the Philippines, and they have lived together practicing 4 times per week, a day of rest and a day in the swimming pool. So they feel they got great game chemistry. Runner goes, but they shorten the throw to the second baseman, holding that third base runner. Felix there. And a called strike. It's 0-2, and now with 2 away, and Chinese Taipei 1 strike away from getting themselves out of a little jam here early on in the top half of our first inning.
I like the first and third defense called there by Chinese Taipei. Why not? You don't want to give a run away. Your pitcher's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Pony League Baseball rule: to keep the game moving, batters are mandated to keep at least 1 foot in the batter's box. Zhu Wei Lin, 1 pitch away from getting out of a couple of runners on base. Here's the left-hander, and he did it. Struck him out. So Las Mochis, Mexico makes a little noise here in the top half of the first, but they leave 2 runners on board. Chinese Taipei up when we return.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Full steam ahead for old-fashioned fun at the National Pike Steam, Gas, and Horse Show, August 12th through 14th in Centerville.
Well, when you watch or come to a game here at Lou Hayes Pony Field for the Pony League World Series, you may see some sharp uniforms being worn by the teams participating. All 10 teams have custom-made uniforms made by Dick's Sporting Goods in nearby Masontown, Pennsylvania. And it's a challenging job because these teams do not advance this tournament till about 10 days out before the tournament. So Dick's Sporting Goods doing an outstanding job outfitting our teams this week for the Pony League World Series here in Washington, PA. Back upstairs for the bottom of the first, Tony and Ernie.
Thank you so much, Travis. And this is the 65th edition of this Pony League World Series, brought to us by Dick's Sporting Goods. Started back 1950s and bounced around a little bit through the years. And for the last 33 in a row, it's been held right here in Washington, Pennsylvania. Here's the batting lineup now for Chinese Taipei. The pitcher who we saw in the top half of the first inning get himself out of a jam. Zhu Wei Lin will lead things off. Then Heng Yu Ho batting third. Kai Huang and Chen Sun Lin will be batting in that cleanup spot, their catcher. Zhu Wei Lin. As I said in that top half of the first inning when we saw him work, he's one of the 4 players on this team that the coaching staff feel have a chance to play professionally. He shows bunt, watches a called strike.
You could tell once he got himself going there in the top of the first a little bit, he showed some really good stuff, including that slider to get out of the inning.
Maximiliano Campos is the pitcher for Las Mochis. And the pitch is down, and it's 1-1. See Campos and Guerrero, Borbolla, Felix, Roman, and Zarate in the infield, and Espinoza, Cervantes, and Vega are out in the outfield. Bouncing ball, fielded in that short grass, and Espinoza with a nice play, and there's one away.
Yeah, very nice play there at second base. Probably a ball that probably should be charged and caught on the long hop. Decided to go back and made a beautiful play, picking an in-between hop to get the leadoff out.
Hanyo Ha steps in, the left-hander. His family has made the trip here from Chinese Taipei to watch him. Team captain on this Taipei squad, a swing and a miss.
Boy, right out of the gates here, you can tell Campos has electric stuff on the mound. The left-hander with a very live fastball.
Two and one. Check that. It's 1-1 now. First pitch was a strike and a ball. Ha is the team captain. And the coaching staff, when asked to rate him, said if we were to rate him, it would be an A in every single category.
Boy, and what a compliment from a baseball culture that is all about discipline and being fundamentally sound and being methodical and playing the game the right way to have that title as the captain.
The 1-2 from Campos. Just misses. Our home plate umpire, Jeff Vrabel, informs the coaching staff back in the dugout behind us. We've got kind of a unique situation here, but Vrabel told them that they must stay in the dugout. Everyone has to stay behind the fence. 2-2, ripped foul. And it's very good that we've got a chain link fence there along that left field side, because that would have went screaming into the stands.
Yes, I thought the same exact thing. There's just about 2 inches enough fence right there to keep that one from going into the stands.
You see that group of Mexican fans. So we were talking earlier that they did literally make the bus trip here. And one of the big reasons why, because they had a lot of family members on the bus with them. And had they tried to fly, it just gets so cost prohibitive.
And what a cool experience. And you know, we just talked about Chinese Taipei being known for being very disciplined and fundamentally sound. When you think of Mexico, you think of really good talent and a lot of energy. They love to have fun playing this game.
Campos gets Ha to swing and throw down to first, records it. Well, he tricked him there, didn't he? Reached out onto the outside. Chinese Taipei, they have made the longest trip here to Washington, Pennsylvania, and throw in a little bit of a delay. So they flew from Chinese Taipei to Tokyo. Tokyo flew to Minneapolis, then a delay in Minneapolis. And so they got here very late on Thursday. The original intention was to practice once they got here on Thursday, but it just got too late. And so they were really fortunate that they did not have to play yesterday. They had an opportunity to get adjusted to the time and make their debut here. Inside pitch on Kai Huang, third baseman, and gets out of the way. It's 2-0.
That breaking ball that he struck out on, started it on the inside part of the plate to the right-handed hitting Hong. Just ran it right off the plate.
2-0 pitch is low, and the count advantage goes to Kai Huang now.
One thing you can see really early in this baseball game is that there's two really good left-handers on the mound, and it's probably going to be very difficult to score on either one of them.
But you made a great point in the top half of the first inning. As the Mexican team left 2 runners on board, you're going to have to take advantage of every opportunity here. And again, the offering from Campos is low, and a walk will be issued to Kai Huang. So Chinese Taipei has its first base runner.
This is an opportunity here. Any base runner with pitchers of this caliber is an opportunity that you have to take advantage of.
Third baseman Daniel Zarate has a word with Campos. Our first look now at Chen Shin Lin, catcher for this Chinese Taipei squad. And once again, Campos off the target.
I wonder if Lin will have the take sign here. That's 5 in a row from Campos, after only throwing 3 balls to the first 2 hitters in this Chinese Taipei lineup.
Once again, 6 straight balls thrown by Campos. So he'll try to get his bearings. Both teams putting base runners on here in the first inning of play. Las Mochis left 2 runners on board, and now Chinese Taipei has Kai Huang getting his lead off of first base.
A tough decision here if you're a manager. Do you take after 6 balls, or do you give your cleanup hitter the green light 2-0?
He takes, and it's time for a conference now. I'm going to ring that up as a strike. 3-1 goes the count. Take a look there. Long time Las Mochis manager, that is Eduardo Felix.
I think we have the count wrong here. I think it's only 2-1. There's only been 3 pitches thrown in this at-bat.
Yeah, the scoreboard shows 3-1. And Lin swings and misses. The count goes full now. It is 3-2 officially, according to home plate umpire Jeff Rabel. First base umpire is Dave Smolko. Second base, Ray Parker. And our third base umpire is Miles Dotson.
I think they're going to talk about it right now. He stepped out of the box.
There you go.
That was the ball.
I called it a delayed strike, and I didn't originally understand, but he had stepped out of the batter's box. And as we said earlier on, if you take your foot out, they can warn you. They had already issued the warning. He took his foot out, and they rang up the strike. So it is a full count. 2 away. Runner on board, and here's the 3-2. Lifted well, right center field, back to the wall, and that is gone. A 2-run homer for Chen Shin Lin. And Chinese Taipei takes a 2-0 lead here with 2 away in the bottom half of the first.
Campos just left a fastball in the middle of the plate, and Lin put a great swing on it. And that's what you want out of your cleanup hitter. That's why you hit him in the 4-hole. He had an opportunity here in the bottom of the first inning, and he didn't disappoint, Tony.
When we talked about what the strength of this Chinese Taipei team was coming in, they said, well, our pitching's average, which is probably an understatement.
Yes.
Our defense is average, which is probably an understatement. They said we can really hit the ball, and Chen Shin Lin clears it about 285 feet away. As Han Sheng Li, the second baseman, fouls it off.
You can just see how well they're coached. They're not swinging at pitches out of the strike zone. They're not chasing breaking balls. And, you hit fastballs hard.
Called strike. Makes it 0-2. A year ago, Chinese Taipei won this championship, beat San Bernardino, California in our title game. That sliced foul. Two-thirds of the players on this Chinese Taipei team are in school together. So two-thirds of them are in school together, and when we say in school together, they live together. And so know each other extremely well. The other 33% of the team they put together here for this all-star team, and it's worked extremely well. 0-2 again is fouled.
Just tell the approach right here in the first inning. These Chinese Taipei hitters keeping their hands back, letting the pitches travel with the effort to hit the ball the other way, and we've already seen the opposite field 2-run homer.
Shortstop Roman with an opportunity, and he'll put it away. So Chinese Taipei goes long distance as the cleanup hitter does his job. Chen Xin Lin whacks it out of here, scoring Kai Wang. It is 2-0 Chinese Taipei after 1.
At UPMC, we see more than bones and ligaments. We see passion and potential, which is why more people choose the nationally recognized orthopedic care at UPMC to keep them moving at full speed. Head to toe, start to finish. UPMC Orthopedic Care.
Pony League Baseball was founded in 1951 here in Washington, Pennsylvania, and one of the attractions just nearby to Washington, Pennsylvania is the Meadows Racetrack and Casino. Over 3,000 slots, 70 table games, live harness racing year-round, live music and entertainment. Washington, PA, a great host for the Pony League World Series Championship. We head to the second. Chinese Taipei, some damage in the first. Let's back upstairs to Tony and Ernie.
Thank you so much, Travis. So both teams in that first inning of play got runners on board. The Mexican team unable to advance. They left 2 runners on board. Chinese Taipei did not have that issue as Chen Xin Lin cleared the bases, a 2-run homer, and they lead it 2-0. Third baseman is Daniel Zarate, and he'll get his first opportunity to face the left-hander Zhu Wei Lin. Is fouled, and the count evens up.
Good pitch there by Lin, down in the zone, fell behind, ball 1. Was able to make a quality pitch down below the knees of Zarate.
Zhu Wei Lin gave up a couple hits in the top half of the first inning. His team, though, responded in the bottom half, and they lead it now 2-0. And you just get the sense here, Ernie, that both of these pitchers, and although it's still very, very early, just waiting, trying to find the rhythm and get comfortable. I don't think either has yet. Deep center field. Zhang goes back on the front of the track, and he'll make the catch.
You know, you're exactly right, Tony. They always say with a really good pitcher, which I think we have 2 of those here in this game tonight, that you have to get to them early, because once they get comfortable, once they get in a rhythm, it's going to be very, very difficult to get runners on base. And you know, over the history of baseball, the biggest inning in baseball is the first inning. You know, that's when the most runs have been scored over the last however many years. And you know, Mexico had a chance in the top of the first didn't cash in, but Chinese Taipei with a big 2-out home run in the bottom of the first were able to push a couple across.
Maximiliano Campos, the pitcher for the Mexican team, gets his first at bat. You certainly don't need to convince Washington County, Pennsylvania about the importance of the first inning, because in the game that preceded this one, Paderborn, Germany, the European zone champion, scored 8 times in the first inning on their way to a 12-0 Mercy Rule victory.
You know, and I must say how impressed I was with Germany. You know, baseball was very new to that part of the world over in Europe, and the strides that they've made in the last 10 to 15 years is remarkable.
1-1, swing and a miss. Zhu Lin with a couple of nice pitches. He might be finding his comfort zone.
Yeah, that left-on-left breaking ball from Lin is going to be really difficult for these Mexico hitters.
Got him again. Maximiliano Campos records the second out here in our top half of the second inning.
Got him with a couple breaking balls and then went away with him with a little bit more velocity. He gets a strikeout. Perfect pitch off the plate.
Number 8 in the Las Mochis lineup is Emmanuel Vega, the left fielder. And he lifted that one into foul territory. See the canopy there, the Dick's Sporting Goods canopy, one of the additions that they've made here, Lou Hayes Pony Field.
The park looks great. What a cool atmosphere for these kids to play in.
Yeah, they've done a lot of fantastic things. So you see the canopy there, and then around the outside, as you take a look here in just a little bit at that outfield wall, the fenced-in area there, that is all brand new this year. It's a 10-foot high wall. Not that deep, 250 down the lines, 305 to deep center, but you've got a 10-foot barrier way back there in that outfield wall. 0-2 on Vega. He lost that previous pitch. They took his helmet away from him. Apparently that snapped or broke. There was something damaged on the helmet, and so the home plate umpire, Vrabel, sent that one back, and Emmanuel Vega got himself a new hat. 2 away, and the 0-2. Just missing outside.
Perfect pitch there by Lin. Probably off the plate. The right call was made, but in an 0-2 count, you want to try to expand that zone. I don't know. It kind of ran back in, didn't it? See the replay there. Great job.
Lin wanted it. Got him that time. Throw down to first base. And an inning and a half is complete here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Chinese Taipei leads it 2-0. They'll be back at the plate when we return here to Washington, PA. Gorgeous night here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Day number 2 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series will play through this coming Wednesday. That's Championship Wednesday. A total of 10 teams competing in this double elimination event. Potentially 19 games. Could have as few as 17.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but as the sun has went down, it's cooled down.
Nice.
And the smell of the grill has become much stronger here, which is my favorite part of the ballpark.
There is a absolute sense of charcoal briquette floating through the airways here. Hun Zhu Wong, right fielder, steps in. Lefty against lefty. We've been talking about that matchup. And that one is hit well left field, and that ball is fair off the wall. And Wong will get to second base safely. A leadoff double for Hao Zhu Wang. And Chinese Taipei picks up where it left off last inning.
Just a great piece of hitting there by the left-handed Wang to stay back and to drive the ball the other way for an extra base hit right down the left field line.
So the leadoff man aboard, a 2-0 lead for Chinese Taipei, and Quan Ting Lin gets his first at bat. Shows bunt, called strike. Quan Ting Lin is the designated chemistry man on this team and, according to the coaching staff, the team clown and the lead dancer. So he's the guy that gets them going. Wonderful personality, plays left field, and he'll try to do some dancing on these base paths right now as he swings and misses. It's 0-2.
You know, and every team needs that guy. Baseball can be a tough sport at times. You need the one guy that'll keep you going and make you laugh. A really good breaking ball there by Campos.
Lin takes a look. It's 1-2. So Chinese Taipei had a 2-run homer in the bottom half of the first inning. That came off the bat of their cleanup man, Chen Xin Lin. And now with Wang at second base and no outs, Chinese Taipei with that runner in scoring position. That ball gets away from the catcher Guerrero, and that will allow Wang to advance to third base.
Boy, and that's a big play, and I think the pitch hit Lin.
Very close to that back foot. And they're going to check it down to the first base umpire. That's Dave Smolko, and he says no. And so the call will stand, and they will take the base runner right there.
Ooh.
It looked like it did hit the foot.
Right on top, the big toe. Boy, a big play there for Chinese Taipei. At least they've moved the runner up to third base with nobody out. And a great opportunity to score again here in the second inning.
Count goes full.
Well, Campos has got a live arm. Very violent delivery, max effort guy. A lot of velocity on it.
Called strike three. Campos needed that one.
About the 3-2 curveball for the strikeout looking. Got to really have confidence in that pitch to throw it in a full count.
Campos records his second strikeout as Yao Yu Tsai, eighth batter in this Taipei lineup, gets his opportunity.
Tsai has a real opportunity here. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. You're looking for something to elevate into the outfield. The infield playing halfway here, so ground ball in the infield might not be able to score the run.
I asked their manager, Shi-Ting Chow, yesterday, I said, describe your philosophy, your style of play. He says, I'm conservative. He paused and said, but I also like being sneaky. So let's see if he can be sneaky here. Here's the 1-1. And it's 1-2.
I must say, I'm a little surprised that Chinese Taipei hasn't tried to get a bunt down here. A safety squeeze, maybe the suicide squeeze play, but something to try to get that runner at third in motion and push that run across.
On the ground, shortstop Roman makes the play, and the run will score as Wang makes it a 3-0 Chinese Taipei lead.
I'll tell you, a great baseball play all the way around. A very nice play by the shortstop Roman, but a great read at third by Wang. 1 out, the contact play was on. As soon as he saw it was on the ground, he got a jump and was able to score easily.
Hung Jia-zhang, number 9 man in this Taipei lineup, steps in. third straight year a team from Chinese Taipei has represented the zone. And last year's squad went through the tournament undefeated. I asked their staff, did they know any of those kids, because we're talking about a massive area where these kids come from. He said they're far away from where we're located as that pitch gets away and it's 2-1. However, he said, when we were in the Tokyo airport on our way here, we saw those guys coming through because they had played in a World Series tournament and they were on their way back, and they said they stopped to congratulate us and encouraged us as we were making our way to Washington, Pennsylvania. That one is lifted foul. The count is now even at 2-2.
You know, regardless of where exactly these Chinese Taipei teams come from, you know when they come here, they expect to win because they have such a rich history of winning youth baseball, and they come here for the experience. They also come here to be champions.
Zhang takes a look at a 2-2 that's inside. The count goes full. 3-0 is our score. Chinese Taipei here in the bottom half of the second inning. Maximiliano Campos has surrendered 2 hits thus far. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Roman again gets an opportunity, and that throw is low. And it looked as though it was going to be a routine play. The inning stays alive as Hung Jia-jong will reach via an error against the shortstop.
It looks like Roman had plenty of time to set his feet and shuffle and make a throw, but decided to throw on the run and just didn't quite get it there. Tough play for Babola over at first to pick it out of the dirt.
And that'll take us back to the top of the order for Taipei as Campos checks the runner. I talked about how big of an area Chinese Taipei represents. Taipei County in Chinese Taipei, we're talking about 2.6 million people. Nice pitch by Campos as he gets ahead in the count. Think about that. 2.6 million people in Chinese Taipei.
And a lot of baseball players.
Once again, Campos staying outside of that strike zone, getting Zhu Wei-lin to chase. And now Campos is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning.
I think you'll see Campos continue to go away from Lin here. And then a guy that almost has the Ichiro look to his swing where his feet are moving and he's already in motion toward first base.
Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled off, and that'll get Zhang heading back over to first base.
Zhang went on first movement from the left-hander, had second base stolen easily. You watch here, you get those feet in motion and falling out of the batter's box a little bit. See a guy doing that, you want to give him a steady diet of pitches away.
Oh-2 pitch from Campos. On the ground, another opportunity for Roman, and he will not make the throw in time. That'll be a base hit, and Chinese Taipei now with 2 away have runners on the corners and a 3-0 lead.
How about the base running by Zhang? Saw that it was going to be a close play at first. The third baseman, Zaharti, had vacated his position. Roman making the play at short. He never broke stride. Continued to run. Got to third base.
Time for a conversation now for the Los Mochis team. They've fallen behind 3-0 here early on in this game. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. Chinese Taipei had a 2-run homer from Chen Xin Lin in the opening frame, and now they've been able to plate another run as Wong came on to score. An error put Hung Jia-jong on base. And now he stands at third. And Zhu Wei-lin helped his cause out there, the Chinese Taipei pitcher, able to get on board. So runners at first and third. This is Han Yo-ha. The runner goes, and they will throw down. Not in time. They'll cut that throw down short, as holding at third base is Zhang.
Another big 2-out opportunity here for Chinese Taipei in the second inning. Saw what they did in the first inning with 2 outs with the big 2-run homer. See if they can come through again here in the second.
Breaking ball in for called strike.
Very impressed with the action on these breaking balls from both left-handers tonight. I mean, that's a true 12-6 breaking ball that really dives down.
Nice stop there by the catcher, Brian Guerrero. That gets away, and the runner would be coming in to score. Distance behind plate to the backstop is 26 feet. The 2-1 pitch stays outside. And now a hitting opportunity coming up here for Hanyo Ha.
At 26 feet, plenty of room if you have good wheels at third. Probably not enough for people like you and I, Tony.
I'd need about, well, 2.6, 26 yards, I think would get it done for me. 3-1. Called strike.
How about this? Big pitch coming. Great pitch, 3-1. Paints the corner, runs it to full. Big pitch here. You either load them up, you get out of the inning.
Threw a breaking ball there. Yeah. Got poked out of play. A late swing there by Hanyo Ha. How about that?
I see a lot of baseball over the course of the year, and I'm always impressed with guys that can throw their breaking ball in awkward counts like that, that they trust it enough in a 3-2 count that that's the pitch they want to go with.
And the bases go loaded now as Ha works a walk from Campos.
That one missed way outside the fastball. You have the feeling that this is one of those moments right now where if you're Mexico, you have to get out of this inning or the game might get out of control early.
Kai Huang walked and scored in the first inning of play. Got driven home on a 2-run homer. And that ball gets away, and the run will come in to score, and they will hold up. After advancing one, you saw Zhang come in to score. That makes it 4-0. That's an unearned run. Zhu Wei Lin put the brakes on at third base, and Hanyo Ha goes to second. The wild pitch puts runners in second and third. Busy inning here for Roman. He's had multiple opportunities, and that one seals the deal, but not before Chinese Taipei equals its first run. Its first inning offense. They scored 2 more, and after 2 complete, 4-0 Chinese Taipei.
All the gold on Earth can be traced back to the stars. Upon violently exploding, their contents scattered across the galaxies, into our oceans, our deserts, and eventually us. Gold, it's in us all. Only some have the strength to dig it out.
Due to some overnight rains, we got off to a late start today, but great game to kick off the day as Laredo, Texas rallied to beat Bay County by a final of 5-4, and then Paderborn, Germany shut out the host school, Washington County, Pennsylvania, the host club, 12-0. We had a no-hitter thrown in that game just prior to this game. Chinese Taipei adding 2 runs in the bottom half of the second, 4-0 lead on Mexico. Back upstairs to Tony.
Thank you so much, Travis. 4-0 Chinese Taipei. So far, living true to their pre-tournament prediction that they're a good offensive team, scoring 2 runs in each inning off of 3 hits. Also took advantage of an error by the Mexican team, and so they're up 4-0 here.
You know, and they've also forced the left-hander Campos, Tony, to throw 55 pitches in 2 innings compared to the 28 pitches that Zhu Wei Lin has thrown in 2 innings for Chinese Taipei.
And put that into perspective, you're normally shooting for 12 to 15 in an innings. You want to be around that, about that number there.
Yeah, you're happy if you can get through an inning under 15 pitches, which is what Lin did the last inning. Only 11 pitches to get through the second inning, to fly out, and then back-to-back strikeouts. But 2 very long and stressful innings for Mexico and Campos.
We start off the top half of the third with the leadoff man in the lineup for Las Mochis. That's Jose Roman. Struck out in his first at bat. Well, he was busy last inning defensively, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had some opportunities, no doubt about that.
Committed an error, which eventually allowed Chinese Taipei to score its 3rd run of the game. On the ground of the third baseman, Kai Wong with it, and he rockets it across, and there's 1 away.
And how about that arm from the third baseman Wong? Very fundamental, fielded the ball, took his time, and shot it across the infield. Very strong arm from the third baseman.
One of the games we were watching earlier today, we were watching Laredo, Texas play against Bay County, Michigan, and I know that we saw their third baseman. You looked at me and I looked at you and you said, whoa.
Yeah, it's a baseball player there.
And hopefully we'll see him later on in this tournament as Yair Felix goes to 0-1 on the count. He doubled and got stranded at third in the first inning. Lin's next pitch is down low. Count evens up. Talking to the folks from the Mexican team, I was asking about favorite players, favorite teams in the major leagues for their players. And there's a well-hit ball, but it's right at Hung-ji Lejong. And Zhang records the second out. And I said, a lot of these guys that you're talking to me about are Dodgers fans. I said, is there a particular reason why you're a Dodgers fan? And he said, not really. However, there's a team in our hometown in the Pacific Mexican League, which plays about the same level as AAA baseball in the minor league system. And he says they've got a logo which is extremely similar to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he said, that might be it. And I said, okay.
They play very good baseball in that Mexican League. Actually, Josh Judy from Morgantown, West Virginia is pitching in the Mexican League this year. So
how about that?
You know, a lot of players find their way into that league.
Pitch swung on by Felix.
You talk about the pitch count. Only 7 pitches so far in this inning for Lin. Already got 2 outs.
Talked about him finding his groove, and this might be the inning. Called strike makes it 1-2.
Yeah, you can tell he has found it out there. He's more comfortable on the mound. He's throwing the fastball and the breaking ball for strikes, going left and right on both sides of the plate. He's a complete pitcher out there on the mound right now.
1-2, strike 3. So, impressive performance by Zhu Wei Lin. Chinese Taipei heads into the bottom half of our third inning, 4-0 lead, and things going well for the red-clad team from Chinese Taipei.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Horse Around at the Washington County Agricultural Fair, August 13th through the 20th at the Washington County Fairgrounds.
A lot of history at the Pony League World Series in Washington, Pennsylvania, founded in the summer of 1951 by Lou Hayes, a local sports editor here. By the end of the second season in 1952, the Pony League had expanded from just 6 original teams to 505 from 106 leagues across the country. Today, hundreds of thousands of players play in this 65th year of the Pony League International. As we head to the bottom half of the third inning, Chinese Taipei with a 4-0 lead on Mexico. Back upstairs to Tony and Ernie.
Thanks so much, Travis. It is 4-0 Chinese Taipei. They've scored 2 runs in each inning. And the gentleman stepping into the plate to lead things off here is Chen Shin Lin, a very memorable first at-bat.
Yeah, 3-2 pitch with 2 outs in the first inning. Battled in the at-bat, got a good pitch from Campos, a fastball down in the zone, but stuck with it long enough and hit it out of the ballpark to the opposite field.
And that first pitch hits Lin in on the leg, lower leg area. He'll hobble down there to first base, and so Chinese Taipei very quickly gets the leadoff man on board.
If you're Campos there, you think the last time I threw a pitch to him, I threw a fastball away, and he hit it for a home run, so why not try the breaking ball in? And it just got a little bit too far in. He spiked it into the ground, and Chinese Taipei once again here with an opportunity in the third inning.
Han Sheng Li shows bunt, and it goes foul.
That pitch came up and in to Lee. You typically don't want to bunt the ball to the third baseman in this situation because he can come and charge and be right close to you, which gives you the opportunity to get the force out at second base. I think he would want to get the bunt down toward the first baseman here, who has to hold the runner.
Lee again showing bunt, and the throw over gets away, but able to corral it quickly as Borbolia. Ernie, you played collegiately, you coached collegiately, you now teach the game. Are we doing enough in baseball when it comes to teaching kids how to bunt?
I do not believe so. And I'll tell you why. Obviously, the major league game and the professional game is, it's really been driven toward that 3-run home run. But it's a long way from being a young player to that level. And with the changes that have been made in college baseball, Tony, with the deadening of the ball and the bats, bunting has become a big part of the game again.
Lee does his job very, very well. Campos's throw gets him, but the sacrifice allows Chen Shin Lin to move ahead to second base. And so you've got a runner into scoring position with one away here, bottom half of the third.
And that's the perfect bunt there. You want to bunt the ball to the first base side with nobody out and a runner at first base. And that's exactly what Lee did there. He got his job done. And once again, Chinese Taipei with a runner in scoring position.
Hao Zhu Wang doubled and came on to score in his first at bat. And he lifts that one foul. It will stay in play, but ricochets off that fenced area, so unable to be played upon. And it's 0-1.
The shortstop Roman really banged into that fence down the left field line. Might have shaken himself up a little bit.
Get a good look there at Hao Zhang Wang. And there's the shortstop Roman, who made a nice attempt at that ball. Boy, he has been busy. he was tested on 3 occasions in the last inning.
He's really been active around the base at second because Chinese Taipei has had so many base runners.
Count evens up at 1-1. Strength of Wong is right here. They say his best work comes at the plate. They love his eye, and they call him a quiet, confident contact hitter. And he sticks that bat out there. It's 1-2. This is our final game of the night here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. We'll get it started tomorrow at noon. 3 more games on the schedule for tomorrow. Then we'll go double header Monday, Tuesday with 4 games scheduled to be played. With 1 away, Maximiliano Campos misses outside.
There's going to be a lot of tired people by the time this thing's over on Wednesday. A lot of organizers and people that worked so hard to put this all together, but I think the grass will be the most tired of anybody, because it is going to take a lot of stress here over the next few days.
Lin goes on the pitch, the throw down, not in time. And Chinese Taipei now puts a 5th run 80 feet away from the plate as a successful steal from Chen-Shin Lin.
Just a great read there by Lin. He noticed that Campos wasn't paying much attention to him and was going with the very high leg kick. He had plenty of time to get a great jump, a big lead, and steal third base standing up, Tony.
That pitch sails high. That's a walk issue to Haozun Wang. And now runners will go to first and third base as we get a look at Quan Ting Lin, who struck out in his first at bat.
You start to think here, will Mexico make a change here soon? 65 pitches for Campos. Only 1 out here in the 3rd inning. To give these Chinese Taipei hitters credit, they have really grinded out at-bats against the left-hander Campos. He's made good pitches.
You used the word grind. I was going to use the word bleed, as the throw is in time. Great throw by Brian Guerrero as they get the base runner. And pleading his case is Haozun Wang, but they say, nope, you are out.
Great play there by Guerrero. Much needed out for this Mexico team, and he got it at second base. The runner at third, Lin, stayed, so now 2 outs here in the inning for Mexico, and the first opportunity to put a 0 on the scoreboard.
This is Quan Tin Lin. The 1-1. And the count goes to 2-1. Now you use the word grind. I was going to use the word bleed. They're just kind of, squeezing them, and squeezing them, and squeezing them. They got 2 runs in the first, 2-run homer, 2 runs in the last inning, the second inning, and now they've got a runner on third base with 2 away. Here's the 2-1.
The thing that jumps out at you right now is that this Chinese Taipei offense, they're not making easy outs. They're not giving their at-bats away. You look at the charts here, and I mean, how many extended at-bats there are in this game so far for Chinese Taipei. They have really made Campos work.
That one is fouled off there on that right field side.
I'll say this, from our broadcast location, we're very close to home plate. We're very low, and both of these guys are throwing extremely hard. You know, the pop you're hearing of the glove it's legitimate. Both these guys have electric fastballs.
Don't have a jugs gun here, but the thought is, and they have obviously tested these kids. That's a nice rip into the gap, right center field. It goes 5-0 Chinese Taipei as Chen-Shin Lin gets driven home on an RBI single by Quan Ting Lin, and it is now 5-0 Chinese Taipei.
Another 2-strike, 2-out, opposite field RBI base hit for Chinese Taipei here in this game. That is one of the telltale signs of a very good offense. A team that hits well with 2 strikes, uses the whole field, and hits well with runners in scoring position.
First baseman, Yao Yutsai. As you see, activity starting to develop on the bullpen side for the Mexican team. They trail 5-0. Campos showing frustration there as that pitch sails low and inside.
Baseball, especially hitting, Tony, is a game where you can't really get yourself too involved with the results. It's just too hard of a skill. to hit a baseball, but you try to get your players to have quality at-bats. And Chinese Taipei has had a ton of quality at-bats tonight.
This is a team that scored double figures in their output offensively in all of their games in their zone championship, the Asia Pacific Zone Championship. They went into double figures in each and every game. And here through 3, they're on top 5-0. They played their zone championship in the Philippines in Manila. Beat Korea 15-8. Then won games 26-0 and 11-0. Then beat Korea 14-2 in the title game. That gives you the idea as to why they said they're strong offensively. Runner goes, and the catcher Guerrero holds.
You just think for the teams that actually advance this far, they make it to Washington, Pennsylvania. What a crazy summer it must be with the travel and the experiences and the things that you get to do, and it's just the beauty of these events and it being international and the, you know, really the heart of what baseball was all about.
Yeah, we take it for granted, you know. And the 3-2 pitch swung on and held on to. So a strikeout. Yao Yutsai strikes out. And once again, Chinese Taipei does cross the plate. They now lead it 5-0 as we head to the 4th.
At UPMC, we see more than bones and ligaments. We see passion and potential, which is why more people choose the nationally recognized orthopedic care at UPMC to keep them moving at full speed. Head to toe, start to finish. UPMC Orthopedic Care.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, and by the Observer Publishing Company. Mexican fans looking for their team to get something going offensively. They trail it 5-0. We're heading into the top half now of this 4th inning of play, and so far it's been Chinese Taipei very judiciously scoring runs in each of their first 3 at-bats, and they're on top now 5-0.
They have really used the left arm of Zhu Wei Lin out there warming up right now. Has been very impressive. A little bit of a shaky first inning, Tony, but he got through it without giving up a run through 17 pitches. But has now went in the 2nd and the 3rd inning, not allowed a base runner, and gotten 6 outs on a total of 20 pitches.
He's found his groove. We talked about that in the 1st inning, and sometimes it takes a guy a little bit to get comfortable. And he has now retired 8 in a row, 9 of the last 11 that he has faced. Gave up a couple of base hits back in the 1st inning, a double and then a single. And they were able to get out of that jam, leaving 2 runners on board. Mexico left 2 on in the 1st. Chinese Taipei then went to work, scoring on a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 1st, 2 more in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and they're up 5-0. And Mexico looking for some offense as we get a look at Rigoberto Borbolla, their first baseman, who's 3rd in their lineup tonight. He sends that one back foul.
Another first pitch strike from Lin. He's only went to a 2-ball count to 1 hitter all night, Tony. This will be the 12th hitter that he's faced. And if you have that command, if you have fastball command and you have good feel of your breaking ball and you're throwing strikes, you're going to be very difficult to beat.
Borbolla reaches out. Nice hit. And the left fielder, Quan Ting Lin, sends it back in. So a good leadoff single for Rigoberto Borbolla. And that might be what this Mexican team needs to get a little something going here, trailing 5-0.
Nice piece of hitting, let the ball travel. Line drive into the opposite field over the shortstop's head. And something going here for Mexico after Lin had retired, as you mentioned, 8 consecutive batters.
And this is exactly who the Mexican team would want at the plate. This is Brian Guerrero. Here's their cleanup hitter. Strong right-handed batter. And he rips that past the third baseman, Wong. And Borbolla will put the brakes on at second. So consecutive base hits, Borbolla, then Guerrero. And with no outs here, top half of the 4th inning, the Mexican team's got a little something cooking. They're down 5-0. They need base runners. They need runs.
And you had talked about the rain and the delays today, and the part of the field, Tony, that got hit the worst was that third base area. We saw them working the most, and you know that's going to be the softest part of the field here. And I think that ball just didn't come up like Wong thought it was going to come up, and it got below his glove. And you got first and second, nobody out. If you're Mexico, you have a real opportunity to claw your way back into this baseball game right here.
Very important couple of at-bats coming up here. You see Chen-Shin Lin with a smile and a couple of taps on the shoulder there of Zhu Wei Lin. Runners on first and second. We said coming into this inning, those Mexican fans were looking for something to cheer about. They've got it right now. Alejandro Cervantes struck out back in the first inning.
About that for power baseball, just a 0-0 fastball right in the middle of the plate.
Cervantes said I'm swinging, and Lin said I'm throwing.
That's when baseball is at its most beautiful state right there. Power versus power.
Borbolla at second. Guerrero is at first. Cervantes, no stranger to a high level of competition. Second World Series that he has played in. Did it back as a 10-year-old. And a nice pitch by Lin gets him swinging at an outside pitch. It's 0-2.
When those are just 2 really good fastballs there from Zhu Wei Lin.
Mexico looking to get on the board. They've equaled Chinese Taipei with 4 base hits, but have been unable to score. Lin again goes inside this time.
Interesting pitch selection there from the left-hander. I thought he would go away again off the plate. Tried to come inside with that slider or cutter. Not sure what it is. It's got a little bit of movement. Almost made a big mistake and hit Cervantes.
Breaking ball that time got Cervantes, and the catcher Chen-Shin Lin holds, and Cervantes strikes out for the second time here this evening.
Cervantes not happy with the at-bat, but that's a really, really good pitch from Zhu Wei Lin.
Put this into perspective now. So you're pitching 80s. And you're 54 feet away.
54 feet. With breaking stuff like that, I know that I'm a lot more comfortable up here in the booth with you than I would be in that batter's box.
Daniel Zarante flew out to center field, his first at-bat, and he takes a look at the strike. So 82, 83, 84, whatever it might be that they're throwing here, that's still at this age, that would be decent coming off of a mound that's 60 feet, 6 inches away.
Absolutely.
So shorten it 6.5 feet, it gets there in a hurry. Bouncing ball will allow the base runners to advance as Borbolla heads to third, Guerrero to second. And now with 1 away.
Just a breaking ball that he spiked, and the catcher Almost was able to block it, but it's squirted away. Mexico with a real opportunity here. One big hit. You're right back in the game. Back to what you were talking about, the 81, 82, 83. That's an above average high school fastball at 60 feet 6 inches.
Breaking ball gets Zarate with a big swing. It's 1-2.
These are 13 and 14-year-old kids trying to hit not only fastballs, but a breaking ball like that.
That was pretty.
At 54 feet. So
oh my goodness,
very
that was
difficult.
And got him swinging there. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zhu Wei Lin. 2 away now.
What a sequence of pitches there for Zhu Wei Lin. Nasty breaking stuff and then just painting the outside corner with a fastball that was running away from Zaharte.
This is a big, big at-bat. Maximiliano Campos with his team trailing 5-0. Runners on second and third. Mexicans left 2 runners on board in the first inning, and they cannot afford to do it again.
Ball. Nice job there again by the catcher, Guerrero. Now 2 balls. He's blocked in the dirt here once the runners moved up with a wild pitch earlier. As difficult as it is for the hitters to try to hit this stuff, pretty difficult for these catchers to try to block it as well.
That's a very good point. You got to be very, very good behind that plate. Nice pitch by Lin. It's 2-1.
Especially when you have these later games. This is the 5th game of this tournament, 3rd game today, and that home plate area isn't quite as smooth as it was at first pitch earlier today at 2 o'clock.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and now Lin is 1 strike away from getting out of a jam again. He's stranded 2 runners in the first inning. He's got 2 on board now for Mexico. They trail it 5-0. This is a massive opportunity here for Maximiliano Campos. 2 outs, the 2-2 pitch. Ripping that foul. And I wonder, Ernie, as we take a look there at Campos, if we'll see him back on the mound in the next inning.
I would be surprised, but you never know. When you get in these tournaments with the rules and the pitching rules, you have to think every pitching decision out to make sure it doesn't hinder you later in the tournament.
Campos hangs in there. Rigoberto Borbolla's at third. Brian Guerrero stands at second. And once again, Campos fouls it off.
This has probably been the best at-bat so far against Zhu Wei Lin, aside from the base hits. Now it's 7 pitches already. Campos has really battled in this at-bat.
What are you throwing here, Ernie?
I think you throw the breaking ball. I think you start it at him and try to break it on the inside part of the plate.
It was the breaking ball, but it comes in low, and now the count goes full.
Now I think you throw your best pitch. Whatever you have the absolute most confidence in. 3-2 count. First base is open. You don't want to make a mistake in the middle of the plate and have a ball hit out of the ballpark. I think you throw your best pitch right here and try to get the strikeout or a weak ground out. And the only person who knows what that best pitch is Zhu Wei Lin right now. He knows what he's most comfortable throwing.
Mexico with a couple of singles here in the inning. Have 2 runners on board, and Campos continues to battle here in this at-bat against Zhu Wei Lin. The 2 starting pitchers going back and forth here in this at-bat. It's a full count with 2 away.
I saw Lin take the hat off, take a deep breath, thinking, what do I have to do to get this guy out? This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
We said earlier how courageous it is to throw breaking balls here on 3-2 pitches, and he did exactly that, and he got Maximiliano Campos. Lin works himself out of a jam by striking out 3 consecutive batters after the Mexican team had back-to-back base hits. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Chinese Taipei leads it 5-0.
One decision, endless possibilities. California University of Pennsylvania opens your mind to more than 100 programs of study. Programs that matter to education, to healthcare, to technology, to the future of our world. California University of Pennsylvania, because the world is waiting for you.
Visit or apply online, calu.edu.
Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania, as we are enjoying the 65th edition of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Lots of history, lots of great players have played in this tournament over the years. Multiple players have gone on to play in Major League Baseball. Another great game in progress. Chinese Taipei out of a jam, up 5-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th. Back upstairs for the call, Tony and Ernie.
Alrighty, Travis. Some of the great names that have played Pony League baseball and have gone on to fame and fortune in the major leagues. What a list. Jim Abbott, Bonds, Clemens, recent Hall of Fame induction for Ken Griffey Jr., Tony Gwynn, Randy Johnson, the Iron Man Cal Ripken, and Christian Yelich, who currently is on the major league roster as well, down with the Marlins. Just a great list of kids that have grown to be men that have played Pony League baseball.
I think if you had that roster right there, right now, I think you'd be above 500 baseball team in the big leagues. There's some
probably would.
Got some legitimate arms. Smoltz from the right side, Randy Johnson from the left side. Got some guys that could hit and get on base like Tony Gwynn, and some power hitters in there too, like Barry Bonds.
I was going to say a little power on the bat, right? Got a pinch hitter here for Chinese Taipei as we head into the bottom half of the 4th inning, and this is Yi-Wei Li. Solid bat, but really known for his ability to play the outfield. And he fouls that one off. Count is even at 1-1. Asking the staff about Lee, and they said he is a yes sir, no sir kind of a player. And he said, but that's really that is the culture of Chinese Taipei. They're yes sir, no sir kind of reserved. He said what we try to do as a staff is by living together and working with these kids, one of the things, not only make great teams, but bring them out of their shell. And he says over a period of time it does happen. Down inside, and Maximiliano Campos behind in the count now, 3-1. Left-hander Campos with a nice breaking ball.
This is a big pitch here for Campos. He has struggled to get the leadoff hitter out in the last 3 innings, or the first 3 innings, and with the pinch hitter here, you want to be able to get that first out if you're Mexico.
Lead late on that breaking ball, and Campos strikes out the pinch hitter, Yi-Wei Li.
And once again, the theme of the night, the 3-2 breaking ball for a strikeout.
We head to the top of the order now, and here's Zhu Wei Lin, and he rockets it back to Campos, who composes himself and makes the throw over to Borbolia. Campos injured on that play.
That ball caught him right in the midsection there, hit very hard back up the middle. What a great play to pick the ball up, have enough presence of mind to get the out, but you can tell right now he is in a lot of pain.
Right back at him. The adrenaline is what gets you back up to make the throw, and then as soon as you throw that ball over, reality sets in. There's another look at it. Straight back in to the midsection. And he turned on that so quickly that he was up and throwing it.
He's got a smile on his face right now. I think he's maybe just enjoying a little bit of a break. The other innings have been very difficult for him, very stressful, and he's gotten 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and he's kind of cruising a little bit, enjoying his time.
And he's going to stay out there. Well, it's great to see him smiling.
Yeah.
It's just, as we said earlier, that distance from the mound to the plate also works from the plate to the mound. It's only 54 feet, and you've got little reaction time. And he was able to glove the ball down, regather himself, and there are 2 away here now as he'll get a couple of tosses in, make sure that he's okay.
You know, for years everybody talks about the hot corner over there at third base, but not quite a corner, but the hottest spot on the field is right on that pitcher's mound. You're the closest to the hitter. It's just one of those things in baseball where that possibility is always there.
And he comes right back and he throws a strike at Hanyo Ha, the shortstop for Chinese Taipei. Take a look, by the way, when we show the graphic of the player who's at bat. That's the last name that goes first. Traditionally, they will use their last name first when giving their name, but when we put it into the American style, obviously we'll use their first name first. Two one from Campos, bounces in there, and Ha now is ahead on the count, 3-1. Chinese Taipei has scored in each of the first 3 innings. 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second, single run in the third.
Both bullpens cranking right now, Tony. Both sides, Mexico and Chinese Taipei, getting right-handers loose.
Count goes full. For as many pitches as Campos has thrown here, this would be huge for them to get a 1-2-3 inning.
This will be number 90 right here, this delivery.
And Hanyo Ha hangs in there as the count is full, 3-2.
You have to give Campos credit. This has been his best inning by far in this game.
Lefty, and they'll check down the third base, and they will say no on the appeal, and the walk will stand, and we'll get a base runner on board here with 2 away. Take a look.
Boy, very close, but I think the right call was made.
Just held it up. Kai Huang, third baseman, walked and scored in the first. Grounded out to shortstop in his second at bat.
Well, Chinese Taipei has scored with 2 outs in each of the first 3 innings. Once again, have that opportunity here in the 4th.
This is Roman, the shortstop, and he'll go the short way over to second base, and it is a scoreless inning for Chinese Taipei for the first time this evening. Head to the 5th, and it's 5-0 Chinese Taipei.
Most of the gold on Earth can be found in our oceans. It lies at uninhabitable depths. The gold within resides in a similar darkness. Only there, under the most extreme pressure, will you find gold.
Washington County, Pennsylvania, baseball rich. And located in Pittsburgh Pirate country, but also right across town, a beautiful baseball park. Saul Energy Park, which is home to the Washington Wild Things Frontier baseball team, currently battling for first place. Also, the Rebellion First Fast Pitch Women's Softball Club also calls Energy Park home. Best of the best women athletes right here in Washington County, Pennsylvania, and they have supported this tournament for many, many years as we head to the top half of the fifth inning. Chinese Taipei with a 5-0 lead. Tony.
Thanks, Trav. We got a pitching change here. We've been watching Zhu Wei Lin to this point throw shutout baseball, and they're going to make a move here. They're going to bring in Hung Jia Zhong, who had been out in center field, and he'll take over at the pitching spot. He's a right-hander as he gets his warm-up tosses in. Zhu Wei Lin, the left-handed starter, solid tonight. Worked himself on 2 occasions out of situations where Mexico stranded 2 runners on board. And in the last inning, he struck out 3 in a row after surrendering 2 base hits.
He was outstanding tonight, Tony. Good fastball, good breaking ball. Pitched himself out of trouble a couple times. No walks, and only 4 hits. And when you cannot walk hitters and give up minimal hits and make big pitches once there's runners in scoring position, it's going to be difficult. And Lin was very good tonight.
And there he is. He'll go out to center field, and so they'll just exchange the center fielder and the pitcher. Hung Jia Zhong. So for the Mexican team, they had their looks at the left-hander Lin. Now they're going to come with a right-hander. Physically, Hung Jia Zhong a little bit bigger than Lin.
I don't think it's going to be any easier watching the warm-up pitches, Tony. Very good fastball and a very good, tight, hard breaking ball.
Taking a look there at Eduardo Felix. He was the coach there to the left. Long-time manager here in the Pony League baseball tournament. And his team has had a couple of opportunities. First inning, they left 2 on board. Fourth inning, they left 2 on board. Looking for their first run, trailing this game 5-0. This is Emmanuel Vega taking a look at a strike. Bouncing ball, and this is Lee. 2 pitches and 1 out as Vega is retired. Here comes David Espinoza. That's number 9 in the lineup for Las Mochis, Mexico. Plays right field.
It's the second ground out of the night for Mexico, and I tell you what, both times these Chinese Taipei infielders have impressed me with their arms.
Like Lin, and to no surprise, Zhong with very good speed. Throws the ball in the 80s. In the game that preceded this one tonight, we had just the 21st no-hitter in Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series history, as Paderborn, Germany, rolled over Washington County, won the game by a final score of 12-0. Nice breaking ball there, makes it 0-2 on Espinoza.
When the command already by Zhang has just been impressive. 4 pitches, 4 strikes, fastballs, and the breaker.
That one bounces away from catcher Chen Shin Lin. Espinosa 0 for 1 on the night. Rounded out to the third baseman back in the 3rd inning. Yeah, so Paderborn, Germany, in that game ended by the mercy rule after 5. They won it 12-0 over Washington County and scored 8 runs in the top half of the 1st inning. So they advance on the winner's side of the bracket. And Espinosa misses, the ball gets away, and the out is recorded. 2 batters, 2 outs for the relief pitcher, Hangjia Zhang.
Well, just another nasty breaking ball from Chinese Taipei. We've seen plenty of them tonight, and another great job by the catcher Lin to block that ball up, compose himself, create a lane, and make the perfect throw to first base to complete the strikeout.
Jose Roman, shortstop.
Once again, I want to say I'm a lot more comfortable up here than I would be in that batter's box. These guys are throwing it tonight.
You're being humble. I remember you as a player. On the ground, this is an opportunity for Hanyo Han. 1, 2, 3, down goes Las Mochis, Mexico. Chinese Taipei makes the switch at pitcher, and it works well. They lead it 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Tap into the fun at the Corks and Kegs Festival, August 20th and 21st at the Meadows Casino Racetrack Hotel.
Well, wrapping up game number 5 here tonight, the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Take a look at the bracket. You'll see action set for tomorrow, as we'll start out at noon tomorrow with Maui taking up Paderborn, Germany. Again, Paderborn earlier today with that no-hitter in the win over Washington County, Pennsylvania. 5 o'clock coming up tomorrow. Bay County, Michigan will take on Washington County, Pennsylvania in a loser's bracket game at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So again, full day of action here in Washington, Pennsylvania at the 2016 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Thank you so much, Travis Jones. Travis, just one of the members of a very, very large crew of folks that are here producing these games, and we'll be here for the duration. Special thanks to everyone who's working so hard. As we said earlier on, we had a delay today to get things started, and we've got a list of folks. I want to thank them, each and every one. Executive producer Dan Lohman, Mike Parsons, coordinating producer Gina Kinder, producer in the truck, the guys in the truck, Roger Lenhart, Scott Bartlett, Aaron Shackelford, John Thomas, Chris Moran, Dan Hamilton, Bill Blaker, Becky Hardwick. Those folks are all in the trailer alone. That's a big trailer. And on the quarterback, on the cameras, I should say, as the 0-1 pitch is in, it's 1-1. Steve Stavar along first base side. Ray Miller is up top. Brennan McCall over there on the third base side. David Cross, Kyle Monroe. Rest of the gang, Alex Linger, Jess Picard. Think about that. All the people involved working around here as the 1-1 pitch goes to 2-1. Drew Brown, our social media producer. Donnie Chedrick, John Saint Laurent, and Ben Lohman, a man that has been running the show there along that third base side, keeping Travis Jones in line as the 2-1 pitch sails outside 3-1. So special thanks to all of those folks. They're in here for the duration. started to set up on Thursday, and by the time it's over next Wednesday, as many as 19 games will be televised. 3-1 pitch, and that one's fouled there at the plate by Chen Shin Lin. He had the big blast to get Chinese Taipei on the board first, a 2-run homer back in the first inning. Then was hit by a pitch and came around to score their 5th run. That was in the 3rd. Campos' pitch gives an opportunity for Jose Roman. A nice throw across. There's one away.
Boy, nice hands there by the shortstop, Roman. That ball took a little bit of a quick hop on him there. I thought he was going to backhand it, Tony, but was able to get in front of it, turn his glove over, and really soft hands to make that play, and then fire a bullet across the infield. You see there how he changed his glove angle. Very nice play.
On the ground to the second baseman, Yari Felix is up with it, and Heng Sheng Li is retired quickly. There's 2 away.
You start to see now that Campos is starting to he's gotten himself into a groove and is more comfortable out there on the mound, throwing more strikes, getting quick outs.
He's retired 5 of the last 6 batters that he's faced. Chinese Taipei scored runs in the first 3 innings. And they were held scoreless for the first time of the game in the 4th. And we're playing here in the bottom half of our 5th inning.
He has passed that magic number, though, of 100 pitches. This will be number 103 on the night.
Hao Zhu Wang watches the pitch bounce in there. It's 1-1. Wang cracked a double in his first at bat. Then walked in the 3rd inning and then got caught stealing. As that fastball is in for a called strike. Quanting Lin on deck for Chinese Taipei. Fouls that one off there. You might find it interesting perception-wise that I think oftentimes we collectively think that the baseball that is played in the Far East, especially at this level, is superior to what's happening over here in the United States. But actually, in talking with the staff from the Chinese Taipei squad, they said, actually, we view what's going on here in the West as advanced. That's why we would like our kids to come over here. Opportunity presented. There's a called strike 3. We'd like them to come here and learn the game, play high school, play college baseball here because of training. Chinese Taipei goes scoreless, and they'll take a 5-0 lead as we head into the 6th inning here at Pony League World Series from Dick's Sporting Goods. We'll be back.
At UPMC, we see more than bones and ligaments. We see passion and potential, which is why more people choose the nationally recognized orthopedic care at UPMC to keep them moving at full speed. Head to toe, start to finish. UPMC Orthopedic Care.
Day number 2, 65th edition of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. We head into the final 2 innings of regulation play. And Las Mochis, Mexico has some work to do. They trail at 5-0. The hits are even at 4 apiece, but the Mexican team has been unable to cross the plate, although they have threatened on a couple of occasions. They just have not been able to get it across. So stranding base runners on 2 occasions, leaving 2 runners on board. In fact, each team now has left 4 runners on base, but it's really cost this Mexican squad.
Yeah, Chinese Taipei has taken advantage of opportunities, Tony. Of the 5 runs, the first reached via the walk, and then the big 2-out, 2-run homer, a double that led to a run, an error, and then a hit by pitch. So they have taken advantage of every mistake that Mexico has made.
Jair Felix leading things off here for the Mexican team. It'll be batters 2, 3, and 4. Second inning of relief for Hangjiao Chong. He retired the Mexican team 1-2-3 in his first inning of relief, and he comes out strong here. And the 0-2 sails foul. One of the nice things about coming to this stadium is that parking is not far away from the field.
No.
Which is both a good and a bad thing, as those foul balls sail out of the stadium here. There was one car in particular last night that just had the bad luck charm on it. It did not get hit once. It did not get hit twice. Sold 3 times.
Was it yours?
No, no. No, I parked far, far away after seeing it happen. Zhang with the 1-2. Ripped into center field. And Jair Felix with a nice single. This thing started here for Mexico.
Zhang just left that pitch up in the zone. Good 2-strike approach there from Felix. And once again, Mexico with the leadoff hitter on and an opportunity to get themselves back in this baseball game. And going back to the foul balls, I have to bring this up. You told me a great story before the game.
Yes, I did.
Where you fouled 2 balls off as a young player, as a youth baseball player.
10th grade.
In the same game and hit the same windshield twice.
Yes.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it really was. This is Rigoberto Borbolla. He is 2 for 2 on the evening. He's singled in each of his at-bats. So the deal was foul ball behind the backstop in my first at-bat, and it hit the windshield of a, this is how old this was. This was a station wagon that I hit, and it crystallized the windshield. And then in the third at-bat, same game, same windshield, and the ball went straight through. So I crystallized first, and then I totally imploded on the second, and that ranks as one of my 2 great baseball highlights.
Tell you what, I've heard a lot of baseball stories. I've seen a lot of things unfold myself, and that's kind of at the top of the list for me. I enjoyed that one.
I've got a couple good ones for you. Borbolla swings and misses, and Zhang gets ahead on the count. It's 1-2. Jair Felix at first base.
See that pitch. Look at the movement on that fastball.
How do you hit that one?
Not only is there velocity, but then you got to deal with movement. You know, when you really put this in perspective, and it's easy for us to sit here and see it because we're so close to the action, that for the hitters in these games, they're facing major league caliber stuff. At 54 feet with the velocity and the movement and the breaking balls and some very good changeups that we've seen tonight. This is like being a major league hitter.
Zhang's next pitch. He'll field it himself. And they'll try for the double play, and they get it. How about that one? 1-4-3. Beautiful play. Zhang to Lee to Tsai. And that's a double play.
Wait, how about the composure of Zhang on the mound? Watch this. He did not hurry the play. Made the play, got his feet moving, made sure there was somebody at the bag, delivered a very good throw to the chest, and then on to first to complete the double play. Right back to the discipline and the fundamentally sound play that we talked about leading into this game.
2 away as Guerrero slices that ball foul. I'm glad you didn't bring up my other baseball highlight / lowlight.
I'm going to save one for later in the week. That's a pretty good story, though. I have to give you credit.
Well, the car belonged to the catcher on our team's mound. So it wasn't even like the opposing teams, you know.
Yeah, and you probably didn't get to forget it for quite a while.
No, absolutely not. Unfortunately, it was my best hitting of the entire season. 0-2 on the called strike.
You can always say great bat control. And that's great control of a breaking ball right there. How about that? Very good pitch.
Hung Jia-jong in relief here for Chinese Taipei. They lead it 5-0. 2 away in the 0-2.
Did you pay for the windshield? I didn't ask you that.
I believe that was turned over to insurance.
Okay.
Yeah. Back then, you know, you're not even thinking. It was sizzling hot here earlier today. The sun was nice and bright, but right now it's about as nice as you would ever hope. And a called strike 3 sends down the cleanup man, Brian Guerrero. 5-0 Chinese Taipei maintains its stronghold on this game. We'll head in to the bottom half of the 6th inning of play when we return here.
Well, many great memories here at the Pony League World Series in Washington County, Pennsylvania. Again, founded in 1951, began the formation of the Pony League. It was meant to be a transition league for 13 and 14-year-old players who were graduates of Little League Baseball who wanted to play on a regulation-sized baseball diamond with 80-foot base paths before high school play. And, of course, from that, it has ballooned into an international league with 10 teams from all across the world participating this weekend and this week in Washington County, Pennsylvania. Chinese Taipei dominant thus far as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Back up to Tony.
Thanks so much, Travis. We've got a pitching change here for Las Mochis, Mexico, as Luis Enrique Gastelum Candillo will step up, and he'll take over for Maximiliano Campos, who will move to left field. You know, Campos, as we said earlier, threw a lot of pitches. He went over 100 pitches as that ball is swung on and lifted into the outfield there for the first out.
And it was actually Li Wei Young, a pinch hitter.
He's batting the spot there for Quanting Lin. Now they're going to make another pinch hitter as well. Will step in, and this will be Yen Kai Chen. Chen watches a second called strike. He's pinch hitting for Yao Yutsai, first baseman.
Boy, how about the curveballs we've seen tonight? I don't see a lot of 12-6 breaking balls in the college game. Seen a lot of them tonight and a lot of them thrown for strikes.
That one bounces in there. I'm getting back to Campos's pitching line here, Ernie. And all of that, he surrendered 5 hits.
He did a nice job. He just faced a really tough lineup that really grinded on him the first 3 innings.
And a called strike 3 as the pinch hitter, Yen Kai Chen, Takes a look at a called strike. 2 up, 2 down.
Just a good fastball there. You know, going back to Campos, I think you have to feel okay about your start with the way that it ended. You know, he retired, 6 of the last 7 hitters that he faced. Put a couple zeros on the board and, really faced a tough lineup early in this game and never gave the game away. Never gave up that big inning.
He battled. You used the word grind. I think that was the right word earlier on. Grind and grind and grind. Gastelum gets Hungjia Zhang on a swinging second strike. Zhang reached on an error and scored the Chinese Taipei 4th run back in the 2nd inning. That one just missing outside.
Tell you what, Gastelum's been very impressive since entering this game. Talking about a fastball, a really good curveball, hitting spots, throwing it in, throwing it away. That was a great 0-2 pitch right there.
Gastelum breaking ball, called, strike 3. So in relief, Enrique Gastelum sets him down in order. Head to the 7th. 5-0 Chinese Taipei.
Much of the gold on Earth exists within its core. It lies under tremendous heat where nothing else survives. Gold in the human body is found under similar conditions. It's there where everything turns to fire. That you'll find gold.
Thanks so much for being with us this evening on MLB.com. And each game of this Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series will be available to you right here. I'm so proud to have the MLB.com folks with us for the 2nd consecutive year. And hope that you're enjoying the coverage here of the Pony League World Series. And it truly does make it an international event because of the stream. We know that the folks from Paderborn, Germany were able to watch their team in our game that preceded this one here tonight. So we had a lot of people staying up late, I would imagine, back overseas in Germany, and they saw their squad roll to a 12-0 victory, a no-hitter thrown by Paderborn, Germany, just the 21st in Pony League World Series history.
Tell you what, they're going to contend, Tony. They're impressive. They are a very, very good baseball team. Speaking of good, Zhang will pitch the 7th here, Tony. He's thrown 21 pitches so far in this game. In relief, he's thrown 16 strikes. That's efficient.
16 out of 21 works. Alejandro Cervantes, 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out in each of his visits to the plate. Cervantes, favorite Major League team, the New York Yankees' favorite player all time, Derek Jeter. Competing in his 2nd Pony League World Series. He did so 4 years ago as a 10-year-old. Nice pitch there as Zhang gets ahead on the count, 0-2.
Heading into the 7th here, Chinese Taipei pitching, Tony, giving up the 5 hits, but no walks, no hit by pitches, and no fielding errors to this point in the game.
0-2 pitch, a bit high. Chinese Taipei on a 2-run homer in the 1st. Took control. They scored twice more in the 2nd, single run in the 3rd. That's been their 5. So they scored in each of the first 3. They've been scoreless in each of the last 3, but they lead it 5-0. The 1-2 to Alejandro Cervantes.
And it's really been a well-played game. If you really look, you got the big 2-out hits by Chinese Taipei early in the game in the first 3 innings. But it's been a well-pitched game. It's been a well-defended game.
Swing and a miss. And the relief of Hung Jiao-Zhang continues to be very, very impressive. He came in the 5th inning and promptly set down the Mexican team 1-2-3. In the 6th inning, he went to work and made a fabulous defensive play as he started a 1-4-3 double play, then struck out Guerrero, and now he gets Cervantes to strike out for the 3rd time tonight.
So he faced 7 hitters, 7 outs.
Daniel Zarate fouls that one off along that 3rd base side. If you're in the general geographic area here, Washington County, Pennsylvania, 3 games coming up tomorrow. And then on Monday, the morning session, which begins at 10. Gates are open, free to enter.
It's a really cool place to watch a baseball game, too. You can sit in the bleachers, you're very close to the action, or can hang out on the hillside, which would probably be my choice if I was just here enjoying the game.
Hillside was very busy in the last game. The host team, Washington County, Pennsylvania, a lot of fans there for them, taking it from the outfield. And Zarate sends that one foul over our press box here.
Tell you what, Zhang has been a strike-throwing machine. Exactly what you want out of a guy when you bring him out of the bullpen to challenge hitters, especially with a lead. You have a 5-run lead. You want your relief pitcher to go out there and challenge the strike zone on every pitch.
Las Mochis, Mexico, down to its final 2 outs. Playing here in the top half of the 7th inning. 10 teams, all totaled. And tomorrow we'll get our first elimination game. We'll also get to watch the West Zone champion from Maui play their very first game. So it is kind of, interesting how the thing plays out, because you've got 10 teams, 2 brackets, double elimination. This Mexican team will have played twice before the Hawaiian squad plays its first game. 1-2 to Zarate, got him on a breaking ball.
And another just devastating breaking ball thrown here tonight for a strikeout.
4 strikeouts now in relief for Hung Jiao-Zhang.
And 12 total for Chinese Taipei pitching.
Here comes Jaime Zamora in a pinch hitting role, his first at bat. And that ball made contact with the bat called strike.
As a manager, you think, it's a 7-inning game. We get 21 outs to work with. And right now, out of the 20 outs Mexico has made, 12 of them have been via the strikeout. It's hard to score runs when you're not putting the ball in play and putting pressure on the defense.
And a little check swing, and this very well could do it. And the first baseman will. Yao Yu Tsai will take it himself as Chinese Taipei comes into this event, and much to the form of last year's Chinese Taipei squad, wins it in convincing fashion by a final score of 5-0. We invite you to stay tuned. We'll break it down. We'll talk about it in detail. Chinese Taipei knocks off this Mexican squad by a final of 5-0. Do stay with us. We'll be back here on MLB.com.
All right, here's your 50-50 number.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Full steam ahead for old-fashioned fun at the National Pike Steam, Gas, and Horse Show, August 12th through 14th in Centerville.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
Along with Ernie Galuski, I'm Tony Carini. In a moment, we'll check in with Travis Jones. This Chinese Taipei team, as good as advertised, they come in and they shut out Las Mochis, Mexico, winning it by a final score of 5-0. All of the characteristics that you have about the Chinese Taipei squad came true here tonight. Extremely fundamentally solid. They do not commit an error this evening. They hit the ball extremely well. They forced the Mexican pitching staff to really work and to really grind in this game. And Ernie, all in all, just about as good of a performance as you would want in your first game in a tournament.
Exactly what we expected. A great baseball team that's very well managed and comes from a great baseball culture that just played a methodical, perfect baseball game.
Take a look at the pitching, and Chinese Taipei used two different pitchers here this evening. They started off with Zhu Wei Lin, and he throws 4 innings, surrenders just 4 hits, strikes out 8. On the other side, they come in and excellent relief performance by Hung Jia Zhong, and he throws 3 innings of relief, surrenders just 1 hit, strikes out 4. All total, Chinese Taipei strikes out 12 on the night. So, how did it go from the Chinese Taipei squad? Let's check in. Travis Jones down with some happy gentlemen from Chinese Taipei.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony. Very impressive performance tonight by Chinese Taipei. Xi Chengchua, the manager, joins us here. Michael Chung will be our interpreter. Just some initial thoughts on the victory in their first game in the Pony League World Series.
第一场胜利是好的开始，那我们相信中华队越打越好。
Great start. You know, we're gonna hopefully after this game we're gonna start feeling better, more into the game right now because we're still a little bit rusty right now. Yeah.
You would talk about the performance from the pitcher. Lin gave up 2 early hits in the first inning, but really settled in.
他说第一局掉2支安打，然后后面他还是没有掉分嘛。那他后面就越投越顺了，这样你对他有什么看法？这样子。
今天林子威第一局就有状况，然后后面就有稳住了。那个教练喊暂停也是一个关键，稳定军心这样子。
That timeout we call in the first inning and the home run that we had to get the early lead really helped, you know, keep everyone's composure, you know, and stay calm in the game.
Finally, coming into this tournament, averaging double-figure runs in your zone tournament.
Yeah.
Score 5 here today. Did he anticipate that the bats would be a little slower with the pitching here?
我们在亚太区的资格赛的时候，我们那时候成绩都打进来10分以上了。那这次我们第一场只有5分，今天攻击没有像之前的这么的凶猛。是你知道为什么会这样子吗？你有发现会遇到这样的状况吗？
之前世界杯我有带过了。那中华队因为东方跟美式的他们的球风比较不一样啦。那再来就是说我们在台湾没有打夜间的，所以选手还是在适应啦，还在适应期啊。
We're still adjusting to the way baseball is played here. Obviously, the style it's played here is different than what we're used to back at home. It's faster, time difference. Yeah.
Congratulations. Enjoy the off day.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Chinese Taipei, Tony, very impressive 5-0 victory over Mexico here in day 2 of the Pony League World Series Championship in Washington, PA. Back upstairs.
Thanks so much, Travis. Excellent job this evening. It all started off with a 2-run homer in the first inning from Chen Shin Lin. And as you just heard there from the coaching staff for Chinese Taipei, that kind of got them their footing after they allowed 2 runners on base for the Mexican squad, and that's how it would go. 2 runs scored in the first on that 2-run blast. 2 more runs came in the second inning, and the 5th and final run scoring in the 3rd, and then it was that Chinese Taipei defense. They did the rest of the work. They fielded the ball perfectly, no errors in the game. They finish up 5 runs on 4 hits, and for Mexico, unable to score, they get shut out. They come up with 5 base hits. It's a winner for Chinese Taipei, 5-0. Thanks so much for being with us here on MLB.com.